Are you having a hard time in understanding the role of HR in the process of onboarding, orientation, training, and development of employees? You don't have to worry now because G2ASMYL Company is proud to present a video presentation that tackles about socialization, orientation, training, and development of employees. Before we begin, don't forget to take down your notes. Let's go! Our company's employees are getting bigger. As a result, human resource responsibilities have also increased. Moreover, HR also plays an important role in the process of onboarding, orientation, training, and development of employees. You may not be familiar with these terms, but don't worry, our supervisor will explain it to you. And now, let me introduce to you our company supervisor.
Good morning, I am Miss Sherry, the supervisor of G2ASMLY Company. Today, I will show you how HR help employees to become well-adjusted and productive through socialization, training, and development programs. But first, I want to ask you a question about why employees need to understand and accept the way the organization works. Does it help them to attain the company goals? Don't worry if you are unsure of your answers so far. So listen attentively to the next scenes to be able to answer those questions at the end of this presentation. As I said earlier in this chapter, we will explore the arena of socializing, orienting, training, and developing employees. We will first look at the socialization process and what organizations should do when employees first join them. And to make it easier for you to understand, I have prepared a few details about it. So listen carefully. What is socialization? Onboarding or socialization is refers to the process of helping employees adapt to a new job and new organizational culture. What is socialization? Onboarding or socialization is refers to the process of helping employees adapt to a new job and new organizational culture. What is included to this program? New employee orientation. New employee orientation aimed at helping new employees to make a connection in order to reduce a costly turnover. What is the effectiveness of onboarding procedures in an organization? It reduced a turnover and it increased new employee productivity, engagement, and success. What is the role of HRM in the onboarding process? HRM needs to initiate communication with a new employee as quickly as possible. Coordinating role. HRM instructs new employees when and where to report, provides information about benefits choices. Participant role. HRM offers its assistance for future employee needs, career, guidance, training, and more. What are the assumptions underlay the process of socialization? Socialization strongly influences employee performance. Organizational stability also increases through socialization. New members suffers from anxiety. Socialization needs to be consistent with culture. Individuals adjust to new situations in remarkably similar ways. What is organizational cultures? The values and behaviors that make it unique, much the same way people have personalities. A system of shared meaning. Just as countries, ethnic groups, and religions, having cultures that dictate how each member should act toward fellow members and outsiders. Organizations have culture that govern how their members should behave. How socialization process? First, pre-arrival stage. Individuals arrive with a set of values, attitudes, and expectations which they have developed from a previous experience in the selection process. Second, encounter stage. Individuals discover how well their expectations match realities within the organization. Third is metamorphosis stage. Individuals have adapted to the organization, feel accepted, and know what is expected of them.
Good morning, Mr. Parker. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. How are you today? I'm doing great. What about you? I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to your first day in our company. Linda will introduce you to the team. Thank you very much, Mr. Parker. Glad to have you on our team, Mr. Johnson. Linda, would you take Mr. Johnson to introduce him to the team, please? Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Mr. Johnson, would you like to tour the office first and then meet your colleagues? Yes, of course. Okay, please come with me, Mr. Johnson. Please call me Mark. Okay, Mark, this will be your desk, and this is your chair. This is your computer. This is your telephone. These are your files. Wow, it feels like it is my birthday. Well, here are some more birthday presents. Here are your pens and pencils, your calculator, your ruler, your scissors, and your stapler. Thanks. You're welcome. By the way, a moment ago, I didn't hear your name. Oh, my name is Linda. Yes, Linda. Can you tell me where I can find the printer? It's in the right corner. So, if I need a fax, where is the fax machine? The fax machine is here, and the coffee machine is at the end of the hall. You can use it at any time. Okay, thanks. If you have something else you don't know, just ask me. Now, I will introduce you to everyone. Oh, thank you so much. Good morning, guys. I have an announcement to make. Could you all please gather here? We have a new member of our team for today, Mark. Hi. Please tell them about yourself. Hi, everyone. My name is Mark. I'm 23. I'm from California. I will be working in the sales department. Welcome. I'm Susan. What were you doing before joining our team? I just finished my college degree in business. This is my first job. It is good to have you here, Mark. How long have you been here? I've been here for 3 years. Oh, yes. And you? Yeah, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you. I've been here for 4 years. Thank you. Nice to meet you too. I look forward to receiving the help of everyone in my work. Of course. Do you live far from here? Not very far. About 4 kilometers. Are you single, Mark? Yes, I'm still single. We are happy to have you here, Mark. Come see us if you have any questions. Thanks, guys. See you. Hi, Mark. I am Kelly. I'll be assisting you with your training assignment. Good to meet you, Kelly. So, where should we start? First is the working time. You will work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You have an hour and a half break at noon. Some regulations during working hours have an official draft. I will give you it later. Yes, I know. Well, you've also got to learn about our practices. We have rules for everything in this company, you know. Oh, that's interesting. Don't worry. I'm just talking about the rules for handling customers. We like to make sure that our customers are happy here.
I know what you mean, Kelly. I've been in customer support myself in my internship course.
Great. Then you should have no problems.
After socialization, let's move on to the next topic, which is about orientation. Actually, new employee orientation is part of the onboarding process that introduces the new employee to the organization and to the individuals in his or her work unit. It expands on information received during the recruitment and selection stages, and it helps to reduce the initial anxiety of the employees that usually feel when they begin a new job. And for further discussion, come and let us discover more information about orientation. What are the purpose of new employee orientation? Orientation may be done by the supervisor, the HRM staff, or some combination. Formal or informal depending on the size of the organization. These are the orientation coverages, the organization's objectives, history, philosophy, procedures, rules, HRM policies and benefits, and fellow employees. Learning the organization's culture. Culture includes long-standing, often unwritten rules about what is appropriate behavior. Socialized employees know how things are done, what matters, and which behaviors and perspectives are acceptable. What is the role of CEO in orientation? Senior management are often visible during the new employee orientation process. CEOs can welcome employees, provide a vision for the company, introduce company culture, what matters, convey that the company cares about employees, allay some new employee anxiety, and help them to feel good about their job choice. After listening to the lectures I have prepared for you, I want to ask you some questions. According to what I have discussed, who is responsible for orienting the new employee? And why is it important to use an employee handbook? Before revealing the answers to these questions, I will give you a minute to justify your answer. After giving you a minute to justify your answer, I am now going to disclose the answers. The answer to the question, who is responsible for orienting the new employee, is no other than his or her supervisor, or by the people in HR, through computer-based programs or by some combination of methods. And the reason why employee's handbook is used is because it serves to communicate policies and procedures to all employees and ensure that any HRM policy will be fair, equitable, and consistently applied. If you noticed, I haven't shared another video since orientation was part of socialization, and it was shown in the video a moment ago. After finishing the lecture regarding orientation, let us now turn to another area of human resources, namely training. Training must be proactive in providing equal opportunities. But take note that our definition of adverse impact includes any HRM activity that adversely affects protected group members in hiring, firing, and promoting. So now, let's take a brief look on how training and development can avoid creating an adverse impact and how does training and development affects employees' performance. Designing employee training. What is employee training? A learning experience designed to achieve a relatively permanent change in an individual that will improve the ability to perform on the job. Determining training needs. A specific training goal should be based on organization's needs, type of work to be done, skills necessary to complete the work. Indicators of need for more training. Drops in productivity, increased rejects, inadequate job performance, rise in the number of accidents. The value added by training must be considered versus the cost. Training goals should be established that are tangible, verifiable, timely, and measurable. What are the employee training methods? On-the-job training methods. Small organizations may use OJT as their primary or only training method because they may not know that there are other methods available. Job rotation. Job rotation involves lateral transfers that allow employees to work at different jobs and provides exposure to a variety of tasks. Employers may move new hires through a rotation of different roles in the organization, such as marketing, finance, and operations, before they settle into a permanent position. Apprenticeships are frequently used to combine classroom instruction in combination with working alongside a seasoned veteran, coach, or mentor. Internships vary from very unstructured to highly structured and may include college credit. Interns also provide a valuable source of new ideas and creativity. Students participating in internships gain valuable real-world experience and greatly enhance their value to prospective employers, particularly in difficult economic times. Classroom lectures. Many organizations use classroom instruction along with other methods to provide a great deal of information in a limited time frame. Jobs that may require classroom lecture training include insurance agents or financial advisors. E-learning is delivered by computer technology. Combination of online and face-to-face orientation is more effective than a completely online experience. Simulations. Simulation methods may include case analysis, experiential exercises, computer simulations, virtual reality, role-playing, and group interaction. Computer simulations are particularly useful when training involves expensive or dangerous equipment. How to evaluate the effectiveness of training? Kirkpatrick's model. 4-level approaches of Kirkpatrick's model. Level 1 measures the reactions of the participant toward the training and answer questions about whether the participants. Level 2 measures how much the participant learned. Level 3 measures whether the training actually changes the employee's behavior when he or she returns to the job. Level 4 measures whether the training benefited the employee or not. Performance-based evaluation. 3 methods of measuring improvement. Post-training performance method. Participants' performance is measured after attending a training program to determine if behavioral changes have been made. Pre-post-training performance method. Participant is evaluated prior to training and rated on actual job performance. Pre-post training performance with control group method. Members of the control group work on the job but do not undergo instruction. The experimental group does receive instruction. After a long lecture in the area of training, and I have prepared a video here so that you can fully understand the process. It is important that you watch the video in addition to the lectures so that you have a better idea and visualization of how it really works in reality. It is also preferable for you to take notes while watching.
The number one question we get is, why is employee training and development so important? Well, computer and business skills training presents a prime opportunity to expand the knowledge base of all employees. But many employers find development opportunities expensive. Employees also miss out on work time, which may delay the completion of projects. Despite the potential drawbacks, training and development provides both the company as a whole and the individual employees with benefits that make the cost and time a worthwhile investment. So what are some of the benefits of employee training and development? Studies have shown training and development leads to an increased job satisfaction and morale among employees, more effective and efficient use of workers' time as a result of higher skill levels, an increase from employees in the number of ideas, recommendations, and suggestions for improving performance or processes and procedures, lower overall employee turnover and less absenteeism. Finally, training tends to create more efficient employees that require less supervision and who need less detailed instructions. This frees management's time for higher value-added activities. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call today.
After watching the video, I just wanted to ask you something. How do you prepare to learn new skills on the job? Is there too much emphasis on online or computer-based training? Answer this in your mind or think about them after the video presentation. Now, let's focus on employee development. We all know that employee development main concern is employees' personal growth in ways that can help the organization. On the other hand, the use of work teams, reduction in supervisory rules, participatory management, and greater emphasis on quality. Customer service has changed the way we view employee development. As we go through the next slide, take note that the methods used to develop employees in general are the same as those used to develop future management talent. So what are we waiting for? Let's go and find out more about employee development. What is employee development? Future-oriented training focusing on the personal growth of the employee. Employee development, this future-oriented set of activities, is predominantly an educational process. All employees, regardless of level, can benefit from the methods previously used to develop managerial personnel. What are the methods of employee development? Job rotation involves moving employees to various positions in the organization to expand their skills, knowledge, and abilities. Assistant. The position allows employees with potential to work under and be coached by successful managers. Committee assignments provide opportunities for decision-making, learning by watching others, becoming more familiar with organizational members and problems. Lecture courses and seminars benefit from today's technology and are often offered in a distance learning format. Simulations include case studies, decision games, and role plays, and are intended to improve decision-making. Outdoor training typically involves challenges which teach trainees the importance of teamwork. Organization development. What is change? All the efforts support changes that are usually made in four areas. First, the organization systems. Second, technology. Third, processes. And lastly, people. What are the two metaphors clarifies the change process? The calm waters metaphor describes unfreezing the status quo, change to a new state, and refreezing to ensure that the change is permanent. The whitewater rapids metaphor recognizes today's business environment, which is less stable and not as predictable. OD methods. Organizational development facilitates long-term organization-wide changes. What are OD techniques included? Survey feedback, process consultation, team building, and intergroup development. Survey feedback assesses organizational members' perceptions and attitudes. The summarized data are used to identify problems and clarify issues so that commitments to action can be made. Process consultation uses outside consultant to help organizational members perceive, understand, and act upon process events. Team building may include goal setting, development of interpersonal relationships, clarification of roles, team process analysis. Team building attempts to increase trust, openness, and team functioning. What is the concept of learning organization? Values continued learning and believes a competitive advantage can be gained from it. Characterized by capacity to continuously adapt. Employees continually acquire and share new knowledge. Collaboration across functional specialties, and teams are an important feature. After you heard some of the important things in employee development, another video is provided to help you better understand how employee development works.
KMI Learning. Learning that builds business. Building inward. Build your workforce. When we say build inward, we're talking about learning programs aimed at building your workforce. KMI is here to help you get started. We have the experience and expertise to walk you through every step. The best way to illustrate what we mean is by telling a story. We've done our best to disguise the client to protect their identity. With 35 distribution centers in the U.S. and others in Europe and Asia, this client is the largest privately held manufacturer and distributor of medical supplies in the country. KMI Learning worked closely with Kibler & Associates and our client to develop an online employee training program from the ground up. Prior to that time, they relied entirely on in-person and informal training. KMI deployed a customized version of our learning management system for the client, as well as dozens of highly interactive online courses that team members love. So far, the impact on their business has been outstanding. Reduced workplace accidents. Accidents on the job were reduced by 55% after the first full year of implementation and continue to be reduced every year. This made them fully OSHA compliant. Reduced turnover. The best workers are being retained. Speed. Workers are learning their jobs faster. Managers in the field have reported a savings of 2 to 5 days in getting new employees up to speed. Consistency. Every worker is being trained according to standard operating procedures instead of learning processes peculiar to a single facility or trainer. With testing uniform across the company and mandatory passing scores, The client can be certain all workers have understood the training. And HQ and the individual DC managers can track training progress and verify compliance at the touch of a key. We also specifically targeted their truck fleet. Courses were designed to focus training on the drivers, their safety, compliance issues, new regulations, and of course, customer service. This move towards effective online training emphasizes how our client continues to lead its market and is better prepared for the challenges ahead in a highly competitive industry. If you are ready to take your online training program to the next level, KMI Learning is ready to help. I welcome you to explore this site, and please get in touch if you have any questions.
After watching the video, I hope you better understand the purpose of employee development. Before I end this video, I will present to you some of the important points that you should keep in mind. Socialization is the part of the onboarding process. Orientation are a set of activities that introduce new employees to the organization and their work units. Training is another area of HR that must be proactive in providing equal opportunities. Training focuses on developing employee skills that are valuable to the organization. And lastly, to develop and implement elements of the analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate. Training models are involved with creating and delivering employee training. And that's all for now. Thanks for your time and cooperation. I hope you learned a lot from me. Maybe someday we meet in our company, at least you already know some of the areas you may encounter. Again, thank you very much. Goodbye!